everybody. Thank you so much, Sam. We kids are now going to go and read our story. So, if you go to your Bibles to the name Luke, then big number 19 and the little number 1. So, we're going to read straight from the big number. Over to you, Emma.
Actually, I've got a bit of a surprise. It is good to read from the Bible, and I think you should try and do that at some point this week or maybe this afternoon with your adults. But today we are going to read a slightly different version. It's still the story, but it's the story of the story, if that makes sense. Have you got some snacks, Beth?
Oh, I've got snacks. Do you want to see?
Yes, I do.
Look at this! Massive.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah. I hope you've got snacks at home too. It's the most important part of the morning, some would say. Are we ready for our story?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Little Zacchaeus. There once was a man who never grew tall, and hardly anyone liked him at all. When people would see him, they wanted to hide. For little Zacchaeus, he cheated and he lied. What's he got?
He has got a lot of money. Because you never guess what? He cheats and he lies and he steals people's money.
Those aren't good things to do.
No.
No. Not good. It happened one day that he heard someone say, "I think I see Jesus. He's coming this way." Zacchaeus, he hurried and he ran down the street, for Jesus was someone he most definitely wanted to meet.
Oh, yeah.
But when he arrived, he groaned and he said, "I'll never see over all of these heads." And then in a flash, he knew what to do. He knew exactly where he'd find a wonderful view. Bing. Little Zacchaeus climbed up that tree. "Hooray," he shouted, "now I can see." Jesus came by and looked into the tree. "Zacchaeus," he said, "come and eat dinner with me." What's for dinner, Beth?
Pizza!
Yes! Zacchaeus was so happy. He hurried on down and walked with Jesus into the town. They ate dinner, and then Jesus, he soon left and went on his way. But little Zacchaeus was changed that day.
Oh, hi everyone. That was going so well. Unfortunately, we had a technical glitch, but that's okay. Why not? Let's just quickly use the chat bar there. If you're on YouTube, do you want to put down your favourite flavoured ice cream? I think Beth's already put it in there. So kids, family members, let's put that in the chat. Joel is ready to receive those informations and reply back to that. And so let us know in the chat your favourite flavoured ice cream. What was yours again, Keith? Salted caramel. Salted caramel. I'm literally surrounded by sweets that Keith just threw over here. But it's great because I get to pick them up and try them. Should I try this one? Oh, I'll try that one actually. That's just gone behind me. Oh, I have no idea where it's gone. It's just fallen off. Oh, thanks very much, Keith. So this is a good catch. I do love these ones, golden coins. Joel was talking to me before this that he went to Poundland and got some golden coins, but so that was £1. But these ones are 50p, so I think he got ripped off. But there we go. And Keith, do not throw them. Do not, Keith. Okay, so Emma would be very upset right now. I just know it. I know 100%. So great. These taste great. Tasty. What we're going to have to do is sanitize each one and put it back into the box. Okay, well Keith's definitely on the naughty list next year for Santa, I think. Yep, he approves of that. Sam, should I just carry on? So basically, Jesus was passing through a city where a man called Zacchaeus lived, which is amazing. Such an interesting person. But he was a tax collector. Do you know what a tax collector is? No? Well, I can't even say it. Tax collector is basically somebody who gathers money from other people in the area and gives it to someone who's in charge. So it's like Keith giving money to the government, to Boris Johnson. Would you do that, Keith?
Yes, because it says in the Bible that you should do that.
Interesting. It says in the Bible you should do that. Where in the Bible?
Romans 13.
Romans 13. That's right. So and do you know what? Even Jesus paid his taxes. Matthew 17 verses 24. So let me know if that's true. I think it might be. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it was such an important job. But people didn't really like the tax collectors because they ended up taking money by force from other people, which was not good. Keith agrees, not very good whatsoever. So they hurt a lot of families. So they weren't invited to big parties. They weren't invited to events. They had to hang out with their own type of people, own type of mean people. Not good whatsoever. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that story short. Joel has just said salted caramel is a flavour. Who was that by? Theo.
Good boy, Theo.
Caleb's is chocolate.
Yep, definitely chocolate.
Are you good? Is your dad going to get you some? Oh, what? Honeycomb from the. Oh, Pegs. That is a good shout. Banana from who? The Pegs as well.
Yep.
That's actually a really good combination. Wouldn't you want it all in one sundae though, all together in one pot?
Layered.
Layered.
So you can either have a little bit of each,
Yeah.
or all in just one big mouthful of everything.
That would be absolutely amazing. Oh, Mel. Chocolate brownie. Okay, on to the story again. Thanks, guys.
He hurried on down and walked Jesus into the town. They ate dinner, and then he soon left and went on his way. But little Zacchaeus was changed that day. All of the people were happy to see that he wasn't the same as he used to be.
Yay!
Hooray! That is a whole load of people. There are hundreds and thousands of them. Beth, do you think if I was hiding in that crowd, you'd be able to see me?
I reckon, even though I have many giftings, one of which being long legs and therefore like stilts, and also another gifting which is my eyeballs, so I can see people, I don't think I would be able to see you in a crowd, which is sad to say.
But it's okay, because
I guess.
It's okay because Jesus would find me in that crowd, and Jesus found Zacchaeus in that crowd of hundreds and thousands. And we've been looking at toppings today, all those lovely things you add onto your ice cream at the end when it's like you're like, can I eat any more? Can I eat any more? Yes, add the toppings. You've got honeycomb bits, toffee bits, the crunchy little bits, lots of sauces, and those hundreds and thousands. Now they're the little pink and yellow and sometimes green.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
All
and maybe
colours.
some white ones, and there's literally hundreds and thousands of them, and we wouldn't want to count them all. Well, I wouldn't, would you?
No.
Definitely not. But that's the same amount of people as the hundreds and thousands. They're the same amount, and Jesus was still able to find Zacchaeus, and he is still able to find you. And I think we're going to unpack that a little bit more in a bit, but first we're going to head back to the studio. So it's bye from us.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Beth and Emma. That was absolutely incredible. So Jesus was passing through the city, and Zacchaeus really, really wanted to see Jesus. Because he was a bit small, he had to go above the crowd and see him. So he went up the tree, a lovely little sycamore tree. He went up the top, and there he was. He was able to see Jesus from a distance, above all the crowds, above all the hundreds and thousands of people. I don't know if there was hundreds and thousands of people, but we've made that link. It just says there's a crowd, so let's just go with it, okay? So that's what happens, and I love how Jesus then just spotted Zacchaeus up in the tree, and, you know, he called him out by name, and this is what Jesus said. He says, "Zacchaeus, come down immediately. So Jesus calls Zacchaeus by name. And when Jesus does something like this, you just know something amazing is going to happen. And then straight after that, Jesus says, I must stay at your house today. What? This is crazy. So Zacchaeus, the most disliked person in the city, because he was like actually the chief of the tax collectors, the chief of the mean people. Jesus wanted to hang out with him. How do you think the crowd would have reacted? How would you have reacted? I can see Joel, he's putting his thumbs down. I think they would have been like, boo, or like completely shocked. I would have been like, what's going on in here? Because that's just crazy. So Jesus wanted to hang out with Zacchaeus. And you know what? Zacchaeus, he came down from his tree and he accepted the offer and followed Jesus. So this whole story for me paints a picture of God wanting to save all of his people, even the most meanest people, Zacchaeus, from death through Jesus' death and resurrection. And like Zacchaeus, God is calling each one of us by name into a relationship with him. So we are the people like up the tree, and Jesus is saying, hey, Jacob, hey, Sam, hey, Joel, hey, Keith, hey, Theo, come down from the tree and follow me. Jesus knows you by name, and he wants you to follow him. So my question for you this morning is this. Jesus knows you by name and is calling you. Are you willing, like Zacchaeus, to come down from your tree and follow him? So keep that in mind. And this challenge for you this morning, if you're already following Jesus and you've already come down from your tree, then my challenge for you this morning is this. How can you show Jesus' love to others, which he displayed to Zacchaeus in this story, in your own life? Maybe that's being kind to the people that are most disliked in your household. For me, that's probably me. I don't know why. Probably not. But maybe the dog. Being nice to your dog. There we go. So one little line that I want you to remember most from this lesson today is this. Jesus knows you by name and he wants you to follow him. Okay, so maybe discuss the questions and the challenge at lunchtime today. Okay, so that is the end of the story and the lesson, and it's